spread without knowing the consequence of the news. Some people doing like this. WhatsApp news is forwarded some messages. The last one is malinformation. So malinformation also, a content can be, genuine content can be created as a fake and spread over some media to harmful for a particular person or a group of persons. Okay. So these are the types of information. So here the techniques to handle this information is some deep learning techniques, LSTM, BiLSTM methods, GRU methods are used, GLU used to handle this sessions. For a machine learning, SVM and random methods to handle this situation already in existing studies we seen. Finally, for all these algorithms to find which one is the best is using the evaluation metrics like F1 score, precision, accuracy, like this ways. We have to calculate in future using which algorithm is best. It's undergoing process, ma'am. The next one is challenges for this in this fake news detection is some technical challenges we have. For example, combining the different data. For example, text, media, text, audio, images to combining these has some technical issues. The next one is actually fake news is not generally globally agreed term because fake news, some people accepting, any one of people accept the message is true. Some beliefs, because of some beliefs like this ways. So the fake news, the term is not, it's a globally agreed term. It's not a fake news. Like third one is in socially, some satirical attack or parody attack can be written for to avoid some to overcome the grievances in some in the society. So to reform the society, some contents can be created for this reason. So these are all the social challenges facing in the fake news. So to address the solution, first of all, is improving the technical methods. Some technical methods we have to improve it. Second one is collaborating researchers, then news takers and some technical persons to handle this. So we have to collaborate all these persons only. We have to overcome this issue. This is one of the solution for this challenges. The next one is making the media literacy among the people, among the public. One of the to identify whether the news is fake or not. And one more suggestion is the government will take the necessary steps, ethical standards to spread news. It's a government side. Finally, I conclude so many ongoing researches for this fake news detections are done. So for this, it's a maybe in future, these all the new strategies will come and to overcome this issue in an efficient way. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Varalakshmi, ma'am.
Hi, Chitram. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, I've been given with one Excel sheet in which title is given like comparative analysis of pre-processing techniques for liver tumor detection and segmentation.
No, ma'am.
It's not
right.
My name,
my title is, no, ma'am. My title is Dissecting the Hydra, the fake news.
Could you please tell me
yes,
your paper ID, ma'am? Paper ID, your
paper ID. 1 minute, ma'am. 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
IQAC.
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute, ma'am.
Last 4 digits, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
My paper ID,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am. My paper ID is 1 minute.
Okay, here
ICAASTM
yes,
MT 1001.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Now I got it. Sahaya Chitra, ma'am. Right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So review of fake news strategy.
Dissecting the Hydra, a review of fake news detection strategies. This is my title, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Could you please brief what is Hydra, ma'am? Hydra.
Yeah. Yes. A Greek creature, ma'am. It is a Greek creature which has many heads. When we cut, it grew again when we cut off. So same thing like us.
Science. What we learned in science. Same thing, no, ma'am? Hydra?
Probably lines in science, I think it's one of the bacteria
Yeah,
like
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
something.
Yeah.
It
What
will
kind of microorganism, right, ma'am? Same.
microorganism. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So they clubbed like.
I'm actually basically max biology student.
Yes, ma'am.
But in the Hydra name here, I used not the biological name. Here I used the great creature. In this point of view only, I take this title, ma'am. Choose this
Yes,
one.
ma'am. How about your references, ma'am?
References only here I used 6 references, ma'am. In future, I will take further for implementing the study. We will get more references, ma'am. I think
So,
I will take at least 50 to 60 references I need, ma'am, for this issue.
so what you have done right now is only survey, right, ma'am?
Only survey, ma'am. Yes, literature review only, ma'am.
Okay. Then have you covered any recommender systems for your thing, ma'am? Since because you're concentrating on fake news
Yes, ma'am.
detection.
Yeah. Because my area is personalized recommendation only is my research area.
Yes, ma'am.
So for this reason only, I took this topic. Some recommending the trusted sources is one of the, I think, in my opinion, is a well technology. Trusted sources only we have to identify whether the news is fake or not. It's my research, ma'am.
Right, ma'am. As
We'll
the
do
modern.
it further.
Yes, ma'am. As the modern digitalized era actually vouching for AI-based tools, right, ma'am? In your study, have you covered any AI-based tools, ma'am, for this fake news detection?
This fake news detection, actually, Google Lens is one of the AI detection tools which is used to identify whether the images, when the image, the origin of the image are like sometimes the image may be morphing. So to identify this type of, the Google Lens is one of the AI tool which is used for this identify. In coming
Actually,
days, we will identify
there are
more
lot
tools,
many
for
AI-based tools, ma'am. Lot many AI-based tools.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I would recommend
Yes, ma'am.
if your coverage is with the AI tools, it would add some value to your
Sure,
research.
Sure, ma'am. Sure,
Good
ma'am.
work,
Sure,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good work, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Fine, ma'am.
Shall I leave this, ma'am? Because next
Please,
hour I
ma'am. Yeah,
have
you
class,
told.
ma'am.
You
Okay,
told, ma'am. Please
Thank you,
carry on.
ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Fine.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sahaya Chitra, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, shall I leave, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Next, Varalakshmi, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Are you ready with your PPT, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can present, ma'am.
Ma'am, the screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please carry on.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Varalakshmi. My research focus on the comparative analysis of pre-processing technologies and feature extraction for liver tumor detection and segmentation in medical imaging. Through this work, I aim to enhance the accuracy and efficiency of liver tumor diagnosis using advanced computational techniques. So I am excited to share my findings with you today and look forward to engaging discussions.
Ma'am, Varalakshmi, ma'am, your voice is actually breaking. Check for your headphone or
yes, ma'am. Here is some. Ma'am, now it's okay, ma'am. Here is some network issue.
Now it's better, ma'am. Now it's better, ma'am. Now it's better. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. These are all my outlines, my introduction. To enhance liver tumor detection in medical imaging, we use pre-processing techniques like Gabor filters to reduce noise while preserving edges, grayscale conversations for simplified computations, and histogram equalization to improve contrast. Intensity normalization ensure consist pixel scaling, while windowing optimization intensity ranges for better visualization. Additionally, spectral and frequency domain filters help refine image details to improve model preferences. Data augmentation techniques such as adding noise, rotation, and stretching increases dataset diversity, while ROI segmentation isolates key areas for precise tumor analysis. So CNN automatically learn tumor features from CT MRI images for accurate classifications and segmentation using models like UNet and 3D convolutional neural network. So data augmentation and transfer learning with pre-trained models for the enhanced detection accuracy. The LITS 2017 datasets introduced in the MICCAI
Varalakshmi
Grand
ma'am.
Challenge.
Varalakshmi
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
present your slideshow. It's in design.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. This is my data set. So the LITS 2017 data sets introduced in the MICC Grand Challenge support automated liver tumor segmentation using contrast enhanced CT scans. It just include 131 labeled training cases and to test cases offering diverse imaging conditions to improve deep learning models for liver cancer detections and treatment planning. So these are all the existing pre-processing techniques. So the diagram represents a liver tumor detections workflow using two models where dataset undergo pre-processing, augmentation, training, and evolution based on accuracy and noise score, leveraging deep learning architecture. So this diagram explains a deep learning based medical imaging workflow where datasets undergo pre-processing augmentations and digitally reconstructed radiography simulations to enhance CBCT image alignment and tumor detection accuracy. The table outlined existing methods for medical image pre-processing from 2023 to 2024, including noise reduction, augmentations, and contrast enhancement, and CT simulation, misalignment handling, voxel resampling, and normalization for robust and reproducible analysis. These are all my proposed methods. So this table presents pre-processing and feature extraction method using medical imaging, pre-processing techniques like boundary extraction algorithm for contour extraction, so multi-scale wavelet transmission and intensity mapping. Feature extractions method include bilateral filters and integrated texture analysis. Feature extraction in medical imaging identify key patterns, textures, and edges to enhance tumor segmentation and classification, recognizing healthy and tumor tissues. It reduces data complexity, improves model efficiency, and optimizes liver tumor detections and diagnosis. So graphical neural network in medical imaging represent pixels as nodes, modeling spectral or intensity relationships for better liver tumor analysis. They enhance segmentation accuracy by refining tumor borders, handling irregular shapes, and integrated multi-model data. So pre-processing for liver tumor enhance image clarity using spectral filtering, mean filtering, and house field unit adjustments. So advanced segmentation techniques like BEA contour extractions and MSWT refine tumor boundaries and improve model accuracy. These are all my references, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So normally references you can add even more, ma'am, and
Okay.
either by the name of author or in the year it is published, you need to sort it.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
it would
Okay.
add some value.
Okay, ma'am.
It will speak for your work also. So that's a
Okay, ma'am.
general suggestion, ma'am. And with regard to
Okay.
data sets, since
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are concentrating the need of our topic tumor detection, ma'am. So
Yes, ma'am.
how about your data collection, ma'am? Where did you get the data? Could you please brief on your data collection methodologies, what you have adapted?
Actually, I am taking the data set from MICCAI data sets, ma'am.
Okay.
LITS are liver tumor data sets, but I am not able to get from direct from LITS data sets. So I used MICCAI, which is include the LITS data sets. They done some 2017. They do some research and they put multiple data sets in the MICC AI, ma'am. 131 images are in having that LATS data set, so I did it from that, ma'am. It's include the training and testing data set.
Any specific results you have come across, ma'am?
Ma'am,
What's
I
your
am a regular, yes, ma'am. I am a scholar, ma'am. I am doing right now. I am doing my research, ma'am. Just now, I am in pre-processing stage, ma'am. That's why I done this comparative analysis.
okay? Again, survey kind, but then the diagram. Could you please come to the diagram page, ma'am? The architecture. So pre-processing and augmentation strategies. The role of augmentation here, ma'am. Can you brief on it? Augmentation.
Augmentation is nothing but just rotation and reflexing for process, ma'am. It's only rotate the image and crop the image, ma'am. That's it.
So for the better feature extraction, no, ma'am?
Feature extraction. Most of the pre-processing techniques, they used only augmentations only, ma'am. 2023, after 2023 only, they use some algorithms, ma'am, for better clarification.
So let's concentrate on those algorithms also, ma'am. Good work.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Geeta ma'am. Geeta ma'am. Okay, Anjana ma'am. Anjana ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, are you ready with your PPT, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you can proceed, ma'am.
1 minute.
Varalakshmi, ma'am, please stop presenting your work so that next scholar can. Varalakshmi, ma'am, could you please stop presenting your work? Yes.
Varalakshmi ma'am. Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Anjana Sharma here from Career Point University, Kota. Here's my topic is a comparative study of machine learning algorithm for stock price prediction. Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Proceed, please.
Stock market is an open marketplace where any person can share his and sell and purchase his company share. Despite the challenges involved in forecasting the stock market, prediction can be great value to investor, financial institution, policy makers. This paper aims to explore the performance of machine learning forecasting of the stock. Accurate forecasting of stock markets can improve investor opportunity for portable investment and avoid potential loss. This is my related work, exacting approaches, stock market, open high low volume, data collection, data pre-processing, enables model and process data and regression. This process is to be composed with loading the data set of stocks. The data is used to create sequence, each of which presents a window of path. Problems in existing approaches. Problem to find a stock market disability with its extreme volatility and the market overly unpredictable and unstable model is not found comfortable. While purchasing a good stock at the wrong moment might backfire, purchase stock at the right time can provide significant returns, need to accurate prediction. Proposed methodology, the study involves model performance using recursion metrics such as absolute error, mean, squared error, and R squared. This paper introduced a financial time series prediction by applying a bit with an additional layer of reverse structure. Results and conclusion. Among the models, LSTM has the highest RMSE and the least accurate prediction using BI LSTM and performs similarly with lower RMCA value, giving accuracy. Here, BI LSTM achieves the lowest showing. The compared or to GRU hybrid model, the black line may represent a benchmark and a both GRU and a
are closer to it compared to the LSTM, while BISTM will blow the benchmark, reflecting superior accuracy. Conclusion and the future work, this model, although effective for some stocks, may not perform on NSE. Future work should explore methods to improve accuracy, including external data and refining model hyperparameters. These are some references, ma'am, which I collect data from these papers. Thank you.
Okay. Again, for you too, we can add some more references, ma'am. And even as we step into 2025, some recent research articles also can be added,
Okay.
covering the same work. And
Okay,
with
ma'am.
regard to your results and discussion, ma'am, how did you derive that bar chart? Any experimental study have you undertaken?
Yes, ma'am. I put it this data from Toolbar Box and Money Control and ET survey. There actually I am doing stock market, so I'm collecting data from there.
Yes, ma'am.
And doing comparison from last 5 years.
The tool, what you have told, ma'am? Could you please tell me the tool?
Tool Money Control.
Yes, ma'am.
In K Toolbar.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Those
Kobo
two
Toolbox एक मैम आता है Kobo Toolbox.
Kobo Toolbox, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. So basically, this right now, what you have concluded, ma'am, among the 4 algorithms, which one is better with accuracy level?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one, ma'am? Which algorithm?
Ma'am, I am working on Python and algorithm. Ma'am, I am doing comparison and more study because synopsis submitted, and this is my first international conference. I am doing preparation for further.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Actually, you have taken 4 different. Could you please go back to the previous thing, ma'am? Results and discussion page.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, here only, ma'am. I'm asking.
Yes, ma'am.
There are 4 algorithms, right? 4
Yes,
models: LSTM,
Yes,
by
ma'am.
LSTM, RMS, hybrid, and GRU.
Ji, ma'am.
So, in your both results, it is vouching for LSTM, right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. LSTM. LSTM से comparison क्या long short term memory.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So,
Yes, ma'am, you are
what I
told
suggest,
in
ma'am,
your title,
please add some more
comparative study of
evidential
machine learning algorithms.
data so that it will add. It
Okay,
will
ma'am.
vouch for your work, ma'am. Good work.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you, ma'am.
Ma'am, Geeta, ma'am, any queries, ma'am?
As madam said, which one algorithm in your suggestion, which algorithm is best for your stock price? I want machine learning algorithms. No, which one is best? In your as your conclusion, which algorithm is best?
Ma'am, I think GRU and GRU or BILSTM will be better than LSTM.
Okay.
Okay.
But your charts, chart work, your bar chart is actually
Yes, ma'am.
for LSTM is the best, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Amakshi, ma'am. Amakshi, ma'am.
Ma'am, shall I start my presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Revati, ma'am. My name is Revati.
Revati, ma'am.
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. You can present, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. My name is Revati. I'm a research scholar in FSH SRM University. This is my survey work regarding autism spectrum disorder using ensemble models, various hybrid models. These are all the outline I'm going to present here. Introduction, existing works, problems in existing approaches, conclusions, and future work. Last one is references. So first one is autism spectrum disorder. This is one type of neurodevelopmental disorder. Mm, it comes because it comes through genetical or genetical reason or behavioral not supporting individuals of mother through some causes, through some reasons it may comes. Autism spectrum disorder patients will be like in the non-sync mode, clapping their hands and not responding for any queries from outside people. So slow responding. Behavioral repetition is like hand clapping. Some sensory sensitive issues also they may have, and abnormal activities, frequent abnormal activities also they will do. So yearly prediction of autism spectrum disorder will cure the people or to find if the autism spectrum disorder will give them better support, clinical support to come out from the ASD, and also it will help for the caretakers or parents. So existing work, these are all the algorithms used in the existing research works. SVM, random forest, MLP, NV, CNN, DNN algorithms were used for prediction of autism spectrum disorder. We can take data set for ASD prediction. Maybe it may be a text-oriented data in the sense that we can collect the data from the caretaker or parents, or through from the patients. We can also take the data by taking their eye tracking, facial structure, speech patterns, voice responses. Also, we can predict the ASD based on the data set. We can implement the algorithm based on that. ML and machine learning and deep learning algorithms are used, both combinedly used for predicting the ASD cases. So maximum in the existing part, I have gone through many hybrid algorithms or ensemble models. Hybrid algorithm in the sense combining more algorithms to develop a model. So features are extracted from MRI, face, motion, eye tracking systems, and voice patterns. So features in the text-oriented data set also we can extract the features based on the questionnaires. We can form a question format based on the answer from the caretaker and the parents. We can finalize our conclusion. So we can pass that. We can pass the result of that text-oriented data set to another model. So another model in the sense we can use the images of yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, Kamakshi ma'am, could you please play the thing also presentation? It's with only existing work. On screen, existing work is seen, ma'am.
Okay.
You please move on to the further slides.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what we couldn't able to follow. Yeah.
Okay. Problems in existing approaches. So these are all the problems I have read from the papers, research papers, small and imbalanced data sets in not quality, not in the quality of data values, data quality and pre-processing, feature interpretability, diverse symptomology, age and developmental stage, complexity of integrating multimodal data, ethical concerns. So age in the sense for ASD patients, we can go with different stages. Age-wise, we can take it as a toddler, child, adult, adolescence. So I have an idea to predict ASD in early stage. Early stage in the sense 0 to 2 years itself. Uh, we should find the ASD problem in the particular patient. For that only, I am preparing to develop a hybrid model, ma'am.
Ma'am,
And
have you
also find
prepared a survey, ma'am? Is it
yes,
survey
ma'am.
paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you referred in recent year papers?
Recent, yes, ma'am. In this reference, in this slide, I included 2024 papers, ma'am. I have gone through 2025 papers also, ma'am.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, ma'am.
Huh?
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
thank you, ma'am.
Continue, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay.
thank, ma'am. Ma'am, any questions, ma'am?
Yes, Mrs. Kamakshi, ma'am. Miss
Ma'am,
Kamakshi.
Revati, ma'am.
Revati, I'm sorry. So you were telling like you have an idea to implement a hybrid model
Hybrid model, yes, ma'am.
to actually come out with the thing even in the earlier stage, right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you analyzed any sort of possibilities, ma'am, with the hybrid model? What sort of possibilities, ma'am? Hybrid model, which models you are actually trying to collaborate with?
Ma'am,
Combine.
I have worked INN with LSTM, ma'am. Worked some sample data sets available from the Gaggle. I get from the data set from the Gaggle. I used in that model, ma'am. In that model, I am using INN and LSTM, ma'am. INN involutional neural network, ma'am. It is an extension of a CNN. Yes, ma'am.
Also, you had stated like out of 21 features, 10 of them have been extracted. Could you please list those 10, any few features, ma'am? What are all the things you have extracted for both training and testing?
Ma'am, 10 features.
You have given in your slide, no, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's what, ma'am. Out of 21 features, you had you have taken some 10 features.
Yes, ma'am.
What are all the features, ma'am? Just for an idea, I'm asking.
Ma'am, so predicting ASD neuro images, ma'am, it is differ from image to image, ma'am. If I am using MRI images, features may differ. If I am using face pattern, at that time features may differ, ma'am. So thickness, volume. So these are all the features, ma'am. Gray matter volume,
Okay, ma'am.
integrity.
Any related work, those have done some intensive experimental study will help, ma'am. Good, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, Kamakshi, ma'am, you can present, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Madam, can you hear me? I am Dr. Jayani. Hello.
Ma'am?
I am Dr. Jayani. Shall I present next to this?
No, yeah,
Ma'am?
next you can present, ma'am. Jayani, ma'am. Now
Shall I
the
present
presentation is
next to this?
going on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Next,
Ma'am?
Okay, next to
you
this.
can
Next to
present.
this. Okay, thank you.
Kamakshi, ma'am, you can present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my topic is prognosis of cardiac arrhythmias using various machine learning techniques, ma'am. So here we can see that is here. There are here many basically we can see many conditions due to the heartbeat simulations and due to the irregular heartbeat rhythms, it creates here many problems. Due to the problems, there is a chances to get a stroke. Similarly, dizziness, some sudden heart failure. So how we can able to reduce this? How we can through the rhythm of the heart, how we can able to diagnose us and we can analyze it and we can find before itself how we can predict earlier stage itself. So that is my introduction. Here we are using the ECG. So this is the preliminary test to find this. So existing approaches in my work. So that is a raw ECG recordings like a heart rate between the heartbeats, how interval between the each heartbeat, and through this ECG signal you can use analysis with the machine learning techniques and find the result. And similarly, there are some many related approaches, feature extraction and selection. That is also one process. Data pre-processing and augmentation tools also supported to find it. Similarly, ensemble learning and with the help of deep learning also, we can earlierly we can predict. That is, to prevent the heart attack that can be able to find it. So what are all the problems existing? So that is previously it was a sequential feature selection. In that model, they have some enhanced some models it has been applied, but some set of feature selection only it has been used. If we combined with many machine learning techniques, that is SVM is also use somewhat less number of feature selection, and there is some while collecting the data quality and pre-processing some issues. That is we can able to find that is a data imbalance state and missing data. So these are all the some problems existing in the previous. So there is mismatch of data sets and similarly age and similarly some factors that are all the some reasons. So there is manual feature extraction. So that is also problems. Previously, it was while extracting the selection information. Next, what is the proposed? Here, the proposed method, if I consider that is so during the each interval stages, time between that can be a differ for both men and women. So my work is how it has been identified earlierly through the some set of images. So here the heart rate and rhythm. So each interval range we can gather and specifically there is here some thresholds. So setting the threshold values and some machine learning internally values can be easily identified it, and normalization techniques. So how it has been functioned with the help of some set of collective set of data sets. And there are hyper parameter also supports to ensure to find the correct level of accuracy. That is the way we can able to identify the each level of both the heart heart rhythms can be calculated and result. So here we can see that is random forest and artificial neural networks have given some accuracy results with some models. That is the SVM, KNN will be the computational resources can be applied and can find it. But comparing both extensive data sets along with some information, some patterns are also applied for to get the result. So finally, the proposed methods, some set of methods, that is the FEM, that is a finite element method. So through this only, we can able to predict 98% to find the arrhythmia prognosis. So while doing that is for in this stage, there are many works are doing in your future work, that is a future refinement techniques. Many clinically there are also trying to find, so that is with the advanced many hybrid models are applied to finding the result, that is to find the result that is the most accuracy result. So these are all the references I have used, I have collected and used. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, Geeta ma'am. Geeta ma'am, any questions, ma'am?
Madam, you are used various machine learning techniques you are mentioned.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Which one is the
Ma'am, here we have that is finally SVM, it is producing the most accuracy predictable value, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Again, I asked, have you referred recent years references?
Yes, ma'am, I have referred, ma'am.
Okay.
Actually, my work is that is heart disease. That is heart disease. How the heart disease predictions. That is this is the one part in that. Through the heart rate, how we can able to identify the part.
Okay. Madam, what's your conclusion?
My conclusion is that is in the future there is many advanced hybrid models. Through that models we can able to identify the between that is the age wise also you can able to categorize, that is for both men and women easily to add, that is many refinement solutions will be producing the result.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, good.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kamachi ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Next to Jaya Annie ma'am.
Yes. Shall I present now?
Are you ready with your presentation, ma'am?
Yes, I'm having.
Yes, ma'am. You can
Shall
proceed,
I
ma'am.
share the screen? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Is my screen visible? Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, visible.
Yeah. Okay. So my topic is overcoming challenges toward. I'm a
Annie
assistant
ma'am.
professor in the Department
Annie
of
ma'am.
Commerce.
Ma'am, Annie ma'am,
Yes,
one
yes.
second, ma'am.
Previous
Kamachi-
presentation still persists, ma'am.
Kamachi ma'am.
So yeah.
Just a
so
second,
my-
ma'am. Just a second, ma'am. Your
Okay,
screen
okay,
is not
fine.
actually visible.
Okay, so I have to share the screen.
No, just a second, ma'am. If I'm
Okay.
right, it's
Okay.
Mrs. M. Revati madam's presentation is on screen.
Okay.
Revati ma'am, could you please stop presenting? Geeta ma'am, could you please check on it? On screen, previous work is seen, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Previous work is on screen, ma'am. If I'm right,
Yes, ma'am.
I am
Yes, ma'am.
Revati ma'am's
Revati
work.
ma'am.
is on
Yes.
screen.
Revati ma'am.
Or can we pin Annie ma'am's? Annie ma'am, you try right now. You try presenting your
Yes,
work.
ma'am. Yeah. I've shared my screen.
No, ma'am, it's not. It's not
It's
visible.
not-
Let's check.
Sorry.
Revati ma'am, are you there? Revati ma'am.
One second, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Annie,
ma'am.
ma'am, right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I guess you are presenting through your mobile device, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible overcoming challenges
Yeah,
towards
yeah. Right now
e-payment?
it's visible.
Okay, okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now I can start my presentation. So I'm the professor in the Department of Commerce. So my topic is this, and in this, uh, the electronic payment system, I want to say the e-payment system that has made vast changes in the financial sector and in the commercial field. And this is due to the rise of the digital economics. We need to have it. So therefore, and every trading through electronic mode, the customers or else the business people will make it, they can make their transactions very speed and convenient for and they can
இப்ப
make more
ரீசார்ஜ்
trade.
பண்றதுன்னா என்னப்பா
So,
டேட்டா எவ்வளவுப்பா ரீசார்ஜ் பண்ணலாம்
and despite this, their growth, they face various challenges. So,
ஜியோ
Geeta ma'am,
in
Geeta
making
ma'am,
பண்ணலாமா
please,
அந்த
Geeta,
டேட் பர் டே
Geeta, ma'am.
please mute yourself, ma'am.
எஸ் மேம்
Yes, ma'am.
so
Annie,
despite
ma'am,
their
please
growth,
continue.
they face various challenges also. So it's very convenient and good for the business people as well as for the users, customers, and that too, even beyond that, they face challenges also. So my study is of phasing out all those and what are the things that can be made so as to make it right. So this is the statement of the problem of mine. And after making the that is the e-payment, what are the challenges they face and the benefits beyond their benefits? Insufficient digital infrastructure in the rural and the semi-urban area, that makes it as a challenge, and also the concerns over security and privacy of transactions also. So that is a threat, and that also disturbs. And the lower levels of digital literacy among the users also, they find it difficult to continue with. Therefore, that is also a trouble they face, and also resistance to change from cash-based economies. We also do the same way. While making e-payment, we hesitate to. We always prefer to make cash payment. And the high transaction fees also. If we make payment, we may be of the fear that transaction fees will be there, and if many payments were made, that will be a trouble for us. We do have that. So these are the problems. So I have taken into account while making, and this is the objective of my study. So therefore, the primary challenges faced in making e-payment, and also the impact that these challenges make, and also the role of the digital literacy influencing. And the research methodology, I have collected data from the respondents, including the rural and urban. I have collected, they are the stakeholders of my study. And I have make use of the secondary data also, and the tools made so as to analyze the tables. And after analyzing the tables, found that 65% of the respondents were between 20 to 40 as various cadres we analyzed. In that, major users making use of e-payment, 65% of the respondents, and the rural respondents accounted for 30% of the sample, and 45% states that security concern is the major barrier, and 35% says that poor internet connectivity is a problem, and the 20 face difficulties due to lack of digital literacy. And in case of the usage pattern, 60% of the urban users reported that frequent use of e-payments compared to 25% of the rural users. And the mobile payment apps were also be preferred, and 70% of the respondents say that overcard transactions were made. Therefore, 70% of the respondents make use of it. And the statistical insight says that make use of the statistical tools, and found that 55% of the users expressed their dissatisfaction with regard to the transaction fees. So it has found that, and I want to suggest that the digital infrastructure is to be strengthened even in the rural areas, and the digital devices the users have to make use of, so that all these problems can be recovered and can be made right. And the security measures, most of the respondents say security measures is a major problem. Therefore, that is to be improved. Something is to be done then, and the cyber security practices of awareness is to be conducted so as to make them aware that there are certain security measures that we have to be very careful in making e-payment. And the third one, promoting digital literacy. So training programs have to be launched in the beginning itself, schools, colleges, or else the centers, various other community centers, it is to be done. And the NGOs are now playing a major role. They can reach rural population. They can make them aware and then make them to make payment from their home itself. They have to be taught well. And then the transaction cost is also a major problem we saw in the findings. Therefore, that is to be reduced. This is my suggestion. And therefore, e-payment system, I want to conclude, the e-payment system hold the potential to drive financial inclusion and the economic growth. So as to reach economic growth, e-payment system is to be done. Therefore, business have to be developed, trade have to be developed, and the country can also improve the economic growth of country. That will make an impact on the economic growth of the country. Addressing the challenges such as digital literacy, security, and infrastructure gaps is a critical one. And with the collaborative efforts by the government and private enterprises and various other communities, NGOs and all, the transaction to a cashless economy can be significantly accelerated. That will ensure benefits for all the stakeholders. We all can make use of it, and the entire country itself will improve, and the economic growth of country will improve. This is my, and these are the references I made use of for taking up the findings. Primary data made use of, and for the second, and all the benefits and other things I referred. These are the references that I made use of. Thank you, madam. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Annie, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Good work. You actually presented one result, no, ma'am. Could you go back to that slide?
Yes,
demographics 20 to 40 years.
Yeah.
All these results you have derived based on some responses, right, ma'am?
Yes. Table I made use of. A percentage analysis I did, and also
that's what, ma'am. How, ma'am?
From 500 respondents, collected data age-wise classification below 20 to 40.
Any particular tool you have used, ma'am?
The first three percentage analysis, and the last major tool, the problems and the major tools make use of correlation analysis.
SPSS.
SPSS, yes.
So all these results, I guess, would have been derived by the manual work, right, ma'am? Demographics analysis.
Manual work. Percentage analysis can be done through manual work, and even correlation can also be. And if more data is there, we can make use of the tool.
Yeah, ma'am, I can understand. But then there is a suggestion, ma'am. Right now, Google Suite is offering some forms and all, right, ma'am? So those forms, Google if you are making use of it, definitely your consolidated report can be taken as pie chart, no, ma'am. It would be even more appealing.
Oh, pie chart. Okay. Yes.
That's a suggestion, ma'am, from my end.
Okay. Thank you. No, I didn't make use of charts here. I have made use of Google Forms. 500 respondents, I cannot reach easily.
If that is the case, ma'am, that's what, ma'am. If you have used the Google Forms, you could please go check again. In the responses, you can able to generate the consolidated view. Where the Google form itself producing the pie charts. It would be even more appealing.
Okay.
So your work will be half or minimized work, and it's appealing also visually. That's
Okay.
one thing, ma'am. And
So better if I can present that too. You say that it will be better.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, thank you.
And it's for every other scholars too. As we all know, while we are presenting our work, we must avoid the usage of I, my, we, something like that. Instead, we can use like this study, this research work, this work, something like that, ma'am. It's always insisted. It is to be
Okay.
noted. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on my research work, ma'am, so I can make use of
It's
that too.
in this
So I have
research work.
collected data.
No, ma'am.
Oh.
Anyhow, it is to be presented like in this work. It is analyzed in this study, in this research work. Like that, we need to present, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So
We
then
need
I
to
can
avoid
understand.
I, my, we, something like that. No subjective
Okay, so just no,
representation.
For theoretical, I am doing like this. I know that I'm to a guide, so I'll
Yes, ma'am.
make
Yes,
them to
ma'am.
present the findings as from the study it is understood. So we have to make use of those, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's thought
I
of
didn't
ma'am.
mention here, and I didn't use that too. Yes, okay, okay. It's better too.
Yes,
Thank you, thank you.
thought of ma'am. Sorry.
Okay.
Geeta ma'am, any questions, ma'am?
Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you.
Geeta ma'am, Jayani ma'am,
Yes,
Jayani
yes, I
ma'am.
can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
few more minutes, ma'am.
Yes,
Geeta
yes.
ma'am.
Hello, madam.
Geeta
Yes,
ma'am,
yes,
any
ma'am.
questions?
Okay, okay. Jani ma'am, your voice is good. Okay.
Okay, okay. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, Annie, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, okay.
Stop sharing your screen, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, Dharani, ma'am.
I'll stop sharing it. Yes.
Dharani, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can present your screen.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my name is Dharani. My paper name is Blink Communication Unlocking Voice Through Movement, which comes under track 1. My project is to help paralyzed people who are difficult to speak in this real world. The main concept is to convert their blinks into spoken words or phrases. Using only the blinks and eye movements, we can communicate with the real world. So I have used this. My project is for a paralyzed people who is unable to speak. In my existing system, the existing system of my paper was traditional communication aids, such as like communication boards and assistive devices. They always need a physical presence of a person to help them or to guide them by using their existing approaches. Like to convey a message, they need a physical person to detect what they are going to say or what they are coming to say. By a physical appearance only, we can communicate with this world, but it has many drawbacks. So the main drawback was it cannot express the exact expressiveness of the person who's unable to talk. It also need many skilled works like moving hands and gestures like that. So which is very difficult to convey, and the opposite person will not know what they want to convey exactly. And the important drawback was it could not customize according to the individual's preferences or communication styles. Everyone has each particular thoughts, but it cannot give the exact meaning what they want to convey. Whereas in my proposed methodology, only eye movement is enough to convey their thoughts and ideas. And in this proposed methodology, the softwares or the device will monitor the movements of the eye by using a cameras or high resolution images like sensors and detects their eye movement. It will recognize the movements and clarify which is voluntary and involuntary movements, and then converts the eye movements into words or phrases. Actually, in my project, I have included 5 modules, which is very important to convert the blinks into words or phrases. They are eye tracking module, blink detection module, signal processing module, word mapping module, and speech synthesis module. This helps the future coming generations to communicate with the people very easily. They no need to stammer to communicate because they cannot speak with us, or they cannot show the gestures. Only through eye we can communicate with the people. The future scope and will in advancement in technology, it will include AI and BCI and even computing, everything, which will help them to communicate with us very easily. That's all. I have referred last these 5 papers, and I have got this project.
Dharani? Dharani,
Yes, ma'am.
which software you are used for observing eye movement?
I've used OpenCV, ma'am, which is used for cameras. It could detect the eye blinks using the webcam, ma'am.
Okay. There is no need for actions in your work. Only eye movement.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How it is possible?
I'll load 6 coordinates, ma'am, which coordinates are I, like coordinates P1, P2, P3, like up to P6. When I'll customize some words in my using codes, ma'am. When a webcam opens, it will automatically detect the eye by using those coordinates, and an origin will be for our eyeball, ma'am. It detects which is voluntary and involuntary blinks, ma'am.
Okay, what's your conclusion?
Once again, ma'am.
What's your conclusion from this study? What's your conclusion?
My conclusion is to make the people to easily communicate with this real world, and only the gestures are not important. Even they can communicate with us through their eyes also. Yes.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Dharani, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, next to Deepthi, ma'am.
Ma'am, very
Deepthi,
good.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Okay. Very good morning, all of you. I'm so happy to share my screen. Shall I? Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you can share, ma'am. You can share your presentation, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you for giving this opportunity. My name is Deepthi, and I'm the research scholar.
Excuse me, ma'am. Deepthi, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Put your presentation in slide view, ma'am.
My name is Deepthi, and I'm a research scholar of Tech University. And by profession, I'm a CEO of Tech Learning Solutions, an AI company producing AI solutions and training over AI subjects and robotics. So this is about my introduction, and I'm the research scholar of my topic area is computer vision, and my company is also doing the same projects on computer visions along with the Tesla. So this is my research topic. I'm doing the research on the uncertainties of autonomous vehicles. So in this paper, what I am doing, I'm taken one survey about the previous methods and the current methods of the biggest uncertainty of autonomous vehicle in Indian road called potholes. So in other foreign countries and all, we can't face this uncertainties more. But in India, this is a major uncertainty along with the presence of animals in the road. So in this particular paper, I'm doing a survey about the current methods and the previous and the current methods to detect the potholes. So here I'm going a small introduction about my work. So actually, we all heard about the autonomous vehicles from the Tesla, autonomous car, driverless car, etc. We are all here about all this kind of vehicles. But actually, till now, we couldn't find any such kind of vehicles in India. The reason is the Indian road condition. There is no safety in Indian road. There are so many uncertainties, like what I mentioned, like animals, the presence of animals in the road, and the violation of the rules. Even though we are considering all the uncertainties, the potholes are the major uncertainty because in Indian majority, in a major place, rain is available. So mostly we couldn't identify these potholes also in the road because as it is filled with the rainwater. So this kind of autonomous vehicle can identify there is a pothole in front of it, and it couldn't change its direction or it can't change its speed. So what happened? It will face an accident. So majorly we are facing the issue for introducing autonomous vehicle in Indian road is due to this accident. So how can we avoid this kind of problem? So there are various studies are going on for identifying these potholes in Indian road. But even though it is not successful in 100%, that's why no autonomous vehicles are not here. So what paper I presented in there, a detailed study about detecting potholes. So currently, these are the three different varieties of pothole detection methods: vision-based method, vibration-based method, and 3D construction-based methods. So mainly nowadays, mostly the college people or what are the working model we have, it's based upon with the vibration-based model. So what is the thing? It will understand the vibration with the help of a sensor. And by identifying the changes in the vibration, by identifying the changes in the frequency, the sound frequency, we will collect or we will understand there is a pothole in front. So this is the major method what we have, the implementation or the working models are available in this vision vibration-based methods. But actually in the real model, a real car, this is not suitable. Always we couldn't find vibration-based pothole detection method in correct way or in accurate, it won't produce accurate result. As it's some other materials or anything is present in the road, or if it is a highly trafficked road, this sound sensors can't detect it properly. So it may or may not detect the potholes. So that means if the pothole is there also, if there is one another vehicle on the pothole, this vibration-based methods can't identify there is a potholes. So our model will get lost. It will get lost or it will get failed. So in that aspects, actually the vision-based methods are the vision-based methods are doing the best methods. So how it is, the vision-based, how it's working, it's based upon the images and in front video. So that means here that we are, in this vision-based methods, we are developing a model based upon the images, the real-time images and videos, not with the sounds. So what is a peculiarity in this model? We can identify, we can see there is a pothole. So the model can easily understand how a pothole look like, how it will be. So for this kind of, in this vision-based method, we can identify a potholes. In that part, our model won't get failed. But till now, this kind of methods are not fully perfect. Where this model is getting failed, if the water is filled on this pothole. So we know in the road, if that surface area, this here, the pothole is identifying based upon its shape and the difference of the normal road and the pothole part. Like that, it will identify whether there is a pothole there. So if it is water is filled, the rainwater is filled on this pothole, this model can identify exactly there is a pothole or not, or it is filled with water or not. So that problem is faced by vision-based methods. That's why people are introduced the new methods called 3D reconstruction based. That means this is actually this is an advanced type of vision-based method. It will take the in-front area and it will produce a real images, a 3D images of the upcoming or in-front road. So by creating the 3D picture or 3D video, from the 3D video, the model can identify whether there is a pothole with water or a proper road. But here in this method also, there is a problem what we are facing. This method, this 3D reconstruction based methods are good for predicting there is a pothole. But the problem is what the autonomous vehicles are finding. It can understand how much depth the pothole is. That means how much depth that water is there. So in the 3D construction based model, this model will rectify or it will differentiate the water and the real road, but it couldn't find the depth of the pothole. So what we are doing, so in my research, so in what I'm doing, we are combining these 3D reconstruction methods with these vibration methods. So we are combining these two methods. That means, so overall, we are combining all these three methods. And with the help of this vibration sensor methods, we are identifying the depth of the potholes, whether may it having water or not. Both kinds of pothole, we are finding the depth, and we are trying to create a model which will rectify or which will identify a pothole maximum a 300 meter. Not maximum, sorry, minimum a 300 meter apart. So what is our project peculiarity is a model can find a minimum 300 meter away a pothole and its depth. So our model means our car, autonomous car, it can reduce the speed or it can stop the car based upon the depth of the potholes, or it can change the direction. Any action it can take. So this is our project. My project is doing this. My research work is doing that. So we will identify a pothole is there or not, and also along with its depth. So by identifying the depth and pothole, our model will take a decision. Either it will stop the car or change the lane or reduce the speed, thus avoid the accident. For that study of this is my study paper, what I submitted there. And this is a process of or the life cycle of our project, how we will do the work. how these works can achieve. A general steps I kept it here. May I have to explain these steps too? Shall I? Hello? Okay. So how mainly we are doing this, or my idea to do this, making success this project, this is what. So first we anyhow the main any projects, what we have to define our problem, we have to understand our problem. So we already understand our problem is identifying the potholes. So for identifying what are the structure, what are the time construction, so many things we have to understand. So for my project, this is a vision based, vibration based model. We are combining both. So as it is a vision based, we have to consider the data of time based one. That means the car is running, video is also running. So each time the data will be changed. At 10:10, the car is at one position. So the geometrical area will be different at the time of 10 o'clock and the 10:10. So we have to taken the data along with the time. So for us, not only the special feature, temporal feature also one important one. So what we have to do, we have to collect all such kind of data. So collecting data is very big challenge for this particular project. And how to collect different kinds of data in different region. The roads at Chennai is different than the roads at village, inner village of Tamil Nadu. So that we have to identify such kind of roads. So collecting the data is a major challenge in uh, India like a country. Then after getting the data, we have to collect that data properly. After collecting that data, we have to analyze. We have to do this exploratory data analyze. That means we have to pre-process the data. So the data we are collecting as a base of video. No video can be taken as an input for an AI model. AI model will accept the data as just a group of numbers. So we have to analyze the data and we have to pre-process the data and we have to make that data ready for our model. After making ready, we have to extract the only features what we need. We don't want the other extras, but a person is moving away or wind is there. There are so many unwanted data are there. So from the data, we have to extract the features, which is its data, but we need a lot. So these are all several steps for feature extraction, how to apply such kind of things. And after getting the data, we have to train our model with various uh, algorithms. So now I have completed with the faster RCN and algorithm. It's gave better accuracy. But now YOLO introduced the new algorithm, YOLO V12. So planning to apply the same YOLO V12 with our data. So how to check which one is giving better result? Based upon I will publish my work. And so we have to train the model. Training model means combining the data with our algorithms and to check the study, how it is, all the evaluation parts, etc. So these are the overall structure of a work is going on. Just I am giving a generalized one, but in between in each steps, there are various sub-steps also. So in my paper, I just go a detailed study about the pothole detection methods, and thus I combined my method. Thank you. This is my steps. This is my paper. Hello.
Three methods for
Sorry, ma'am, your voice is so disturbed and it's being processed.
ma'am, three methods were identified to find the pothole detection.
Yes, madam.
Discuss three methods.
Yes, I have discussed.
Three
You want to...
methods. In your suggestion, which one is best, ma'am? From your study, which one is best?
Actually, I told you, madam, each method have its own advantages and disadvantages. In the vibration-based method, there are so many problems like so many disadvantages, like it won't find the pothole in front. It is just to identify based upon that sensor data, that vibration frequency. So if there are another big vehicles are on the road, it cannot. And this is
Good
also
work.
having
Okay,
some.
okay.
Hello.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Actually, this is a project what we are doing for now. This is not only for the research work. Patent is also there. How to, so that means, actually, this is a part of Tesla. We're doing with the Tesla, collaborating, my companies collaborating with the Tesla, and I'm doing research there. So,
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
expecting.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Voice is not audible, madam.
Good work, Deepti ma'am. Good work.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Actually, they are moving on with the next scholar. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I can leave it, ma'am, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Angel, ma'am. Angel, ma'am. Angel, ma'am.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Are you ready with your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You can share your screen, ma'am.
Can you see it, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can present. Thank you.
Good morning. Today, I'm going to present on drug repurposing, comprehensive review on AI and ML in accelerating drug discovery. So I have gone through like comparison of traditional with the AI drug discoveries and approaches in drug discovery, which I have gone through in some papers, and big data resources in AI and challenges faced by AI and big data and applications of drug repurposing, and conclusion what future work I am going to do. So drug repurposing involves identifying new uses for existing drugs and including existing drugs. By including AI and ML to this process, it can help in finding hidden relationships between drugs, diseases, and molecules and molecular targets. So here I have gone through some few approaches in AI and ML, also about some present difficulties and problems in this area. Um,
So first I started with comparing the traditional drug discovery and advantages after applying the artificial intelligence in drug discovery. In traditional drug discovery, we cannot investigate many multiple diseases, but multiple conditions. But we can investigate multiple disease conditions if we apply AI in our drug discovery. And also, it takes nearly 15 to 17 years to complete to find a drug and bring it to a market, and it costs more also. But if we apply AI, uh, it is not expensive, and time is also very less, because we are going to predict something with AI which takes more time, and it can reduce the time. So one good example is COVID-19 vaccine. So we got it very quickly by using AI. And when only very few molecules make it successfully to clinical case when it comes to traditional drug discovery. But AI drug made to clinical trials, for example, OCD. And it takes longer time, as we have mentioned. And this AI can combine it can combine and screen millions of molecules. So I have mentioned three approaches here. First one is virtual screening, and next deep learning, and third network based approach. In virtual screening, again, we have categorized it into structure-based virtual screening and ligand-based virtual screening. So in SDDS, we use 3D structures as 3D structures of target proteins to predict drug binding affinity. That is how much strong the interaction between the drug and its drug. So basically, we use techniques like molecular docking, molecular dynamics, that is MD simulations. So by applying A and ML, we use like deep learning based docking. It's deep docs, atom dock, etc. In ligand based, it fully relies on the known active molecules and to find similar compounds. So basically, the techniques we use here is quantitative structure activity relationships and fingerprint similarity set. So when we come with A and ML approaches, we can do it like graph neural networks, like example, graph TT or DeepChem. So next, fully applying like deep learning. So if you are directly going to deep learning, we categorize it as target centered, disease centered. So target centered means like again we use deep docking again. So here we use CNN or RNN, like conventional neural network or RNN to predict drug target infection. And we can use GNN for molecular graphs. We can represent it as a molecular graph. This is, if we go to disease center, we can fully use like graph-based AI, which uses heterogeneous graph. That is, from different sources we have to get data, and we pre-process it as a graph, and we graphs linking drugs, genes, and diseases to identify repurposing candidates. Next, we go to like network-based approaches. So here we use two techniques like a matrix factorization and random walk techniques. So matrix factorization means it decomposes a large interactions into lower dimensional factors. That is, it captures hidden features of drugs and diseases. And if you use RF, it's similar to a walker that traverses the network, moving from one node to another, and uncovers the indirect relationship between drugs, disease, and causes. So we can also combine these both techniques to enhance the predictive performance. So if you come to databases, we actually see here like big data resources in drug repurposing. It comes when it might be difficult to extract useful information from heterogeneous data, that is from various sources, because we have to get data like protein structures and drug molecules. So So it will be very difficult to extract these useful information. So by applying AI is an essential for addressing this complexity present in the data. So usually we use databases like Campbell, Binding DB, and for protein data structures, we can go for protein data PDB. The basic libraries for this is for basic libraries drugs and protein structure, we can go for PDB. And to pre-process this, we usually go with like AI algorithms like again random forest classification and regression and neural networks. So challenges is mostly three challenges we face here, like improper data merging, because we are using data from different sources. The first important thing is improper data merging, and then accessing imbalanced distribution. So an imbalanced data occurs when no drug target interaction significantly outnumbers another non-interacting pass. So in drug data, this is common because experimentally validated interactions are limited compared to all possible drug target pairs. So imbalanced data can lead to biased models that favor the majority of classes. And then another one is integrating data from multiple sources. So first, so I have taken some examples like TXGNN AI model, which identifies nearly potential drugs for nearly more than 17,000 illness. So it is an advanced GNN architecture. It is designed to model the complex relationships among drugs, targets, and diseases. And it is capable of using various data types such as chemical structures, genome profiles. And then recent study like PINK1 expression in Parkinson disease, even though A and ML applications in PD are not well researched, but they have recently done with the PINK1. And also we already know about the COVID-19 has set a new path for other diseases, but there is not much research on neurodegenerative diseases. So we can try repurpose drugs on these diseases. And in my research work, what I'm going to do is like I'm thinking of using GNN and reinforcement learning into this for predicting neurodegenerative. Why it is complicated to find drugs for these diseases because of the complex anatomy of the brain actually. That is the reason there is not much study along with the AI, because it has to pass this blood-brain barrier also. So a drug has to pass this also. So what I'm trying to do is to research on a drug to get a repurposed drug which can also pass this property. Thank you.
Good work, Miss Angel.
Yes, ma'am.
In between, you were telling like you are going to make use of reinforcement learning and one more technique. What is that? Reinforcement learning. CNN, right?
Graphical neural networks. I'm just going through that because this is my first year. I've just started it. So I'm going through like sort of doing with the GNN and just started with reinforcement learning also. I thought we will go with that.
So I'm much specific about this reinforcement learning. Why did you choose? Is there any particular reason to have reinforcement learning to your work?
Actually, I just got a hint like it can prioritize the drugs that not only interact with specific target, but also like I couldn't able to explain actually. Not with
Yes.
first it's,
Actually, reinforcement learning, vouching for reward based, right? Again and again, the same particular. That's what I'm partial. One of my research work, actually, I did it in reinforcement. So only I'm much curious. No issues. Good work. Yeah.
But actually I will be going through all these things like so my next maybe I'll be deep in that.
That's good. That's actually very good to have this reinforcement learning, and even multi-agent based solution also can be proposed with this reinforcement learning. In that aspect, you please carry on multi-agent based solutions for your drug repurposing. That will
Yes,
do.
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, good work.
Thank you.
Geeta ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Nice work. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you friends, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, are you ready, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
Very good morning, one and all. My topic is like a transforming academia, the role of AI tools. The integration of an AI tool in an academia has led to an paradigm shift in how the research is shift how the research is being like get conducted and the knowledge is being like a promulgated and the education is being delivered. The AI driven tool enhance the efficient data analysis, automated content generations, plagiarisms detections, and personalized learning. So in my paper, the studies impact that like an AI tools on the students, researchers, and the academicians on a positive mode, which would create their traditional method of learning, researching, and teaching. The paper also focus on the influence of these tools in a person in uplifting his knowledge gained to the next level to metamorphose the conservative teaching learning methodology. So the AI tool in academia, a paradigm shift. So AI tool nowadays, like in everyone have been keep using on like this AI tool. So the AI tool have significantly impacted the academic, transforming various aspects of teaching, learning, and research. These tools offer a numerous benefits while presenting a challenges that must be addressed. AI tool have the potential to enhance the knowledge acquisition, spark a new ideas and the innovations, and a streamline for the traditional educational practices. This paper is aimed to explore the influence of this AI tool on individuals and their educational journey, ultimately transforming the conventional teaching and learning methodologies. By exploring the benefits and challenges associated with an AI in education, this study aims to improve the comprehensive analysis of how AI tool are reshaping the academic landscape. So the three types of the AI tool in which the AI academia paradigm shifts are. One is to enhance the efficiency of the AI tool to generate the code generations and for the purpose of data analysis. And one is like a personalized learning where that AI will adapt to individual need of a person what he want. The third one is like an innovation, any type of an idea as well as the research what like a person who want, it will be redirect to the particular research direction for the academia using this AI tool. NLP, so natural language processing. reinforcement learning, and deep learning. So this three part of like an AI tool where it helps like an understanding and to process the human language. So the adaptive AI in education has led to the development of an advanced tool and technologies that facilitate the personalized learning and data analysis and research. Natural language processing algorithms enable the machine to understand and process human language, opening up possibilities for automated essay grading, language translation, and content generation. The reinforcement learning algorithm empower AI power systems to make decision based on a trial and error interactions, enhancing an adaptive learning experience for students. So the deep learning models such like neural networks have revolutionized the field of an AI by enabling machines to learn from the complex data pattern and make predictions. So NLP will make an automated essay grading and the language translations. The reinforcement learning will make like an adaptive through the trial and the error type of an adaptive learning. And deep learning will make like a complex data pattern to be easily understandable, and it enables the machine to learn easily. So the benefits of using this AI tools in the field of an academic. So the AI technologies like a chat GPT are viewed positively by an academics as a useful tool in scientific and the research educations. They enhance the student learning, inspire a new research area, and improve the educational process. The AI tool offer the personalized learning experience, timely feedback, and support for various academic activities. But I cannot able to tell like an all time the AI will gives like a benefit and the concern. So the integration of an AI in academia also raises a concern. There is an ethical issue such as like a plagiarisms and misinformations are the significant worries. For example, if I train the AI tool, 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. So when a person want to search an information for 2 plus 2, the AI tool will never give the result as like a good, a correct information as 4, because the trained information for the AI tool will be like 5. So whenever a person who search in the AI tool 2 plus 2, it will give the information called as like 5. So there is a need to be make a balanced instructional assistance with self-directed learning, and the potential for job displacement and the constant need for the adaptations are also the challenges in this AI impact of like the benefits as well as the concern. So the personalized learning and timely feedbacks will give the benefits about the AI tool. So the plagiarisms and misinformations are the ethical concerns about the AI tool. The main thing is like a challenges based on the job displacement and the type of an information how the machine is being get trained. So most probably we are using like a nowadays like an AI tools in like day by day for writing Grammarly, like in research article writing Grammarly. We are using in Grammarly, chat GPT, refined writing. So this all are like what a sentence which makes like a unique way of writing the text. So the data analysis like in TensorFlow and MATLAB, which will makes the data, what type of a data we give, it gives the accuracy of the data, and it will give an analysis part of the data. The learning of like an online learning platforms like in Coursera, edX, and personalized learnings or gives like an n number of like learning technologies regarding within all the fields where this AI part is being used today. So you can able to see like we know like an as a academic or like a research persons, when we write a research paper, many of them will go for like a plagiarism test. So where it will detect the plagiarism, and generally like it will be useful for like an research scholars, or even for a paper writing the content, it will gives the content. But the ChatGPT never give the content like what we expect. Already a person who defined text will be given. So we will be paying, or like we'll go for like a premium versions of those AI tools. So some drawbacks I cannot able to take every time like the AI tools have been a benefit. Sometimes there is like some challenges are there while using the AI tools. So the AI-driven statistical and visualization tools like in TensorFlow and the MATLAB will enhance the research accuracy and the efficiency. The AI tool extract the key sites from the larger data sets and the academic papers, and it will be used for the accelerating of the research process. According to the student perspective of this AI tools, it is used for like commonly as students to write an assignments, and also like based on like in their academic some concept they want to understand, they can able to get a detailed description about the topic, and that particular topic value what it is given from that AI tool will give an accuracy and dependency, and also some ethical issues are there based on to which the AI tool has to be in the concern of it. Able to see the transparency as well as like an reliability and the ethical focus of the AI tools. Student perception of using the AI tool, particularly dependency and an ethical concern, negatively influence their willingness to use the tool for academic purpose. To increase in the adaptation and addressing ethical concern, the reducing the perceived dependency on AI tool could be a beneficial. So from which a student can use an AI tool for writing an assignment. But the thing is, he should know like what type of a content he is being taking from the AI tool. That is very concerned about it. So the educators as well as the developers should focus on improving the transparency and the reliability to enhance the students' trust in AI tool. So the result of this study will indicate that the AI tool will be a transforming academic work by offering an innovative solutions to enhance learning, research, and teaching. As conclusion, so based on these three topics, the integration of an AI tool will be an academic work is revolution for the way of the students and the researchers as well as the academia for the stages of learning and research. So the AI will provide an benefits, n number of benefits in education with an efficiency, experience learning experiences, and the creativity. And there are some challenges related to the privacy. Some data regarding a biased one and the ethical consideration to be addressed, and move forward for the responsible deployment of the AI tool, that it will be in recreating an academic work and an advancing knowledge acquiring in the digital age. Thank you. Having any queries regarding, you can ask.
Dr. Hariharan sir, that was an extensive work. That was an extensive work transforming academia, the role of AI tools.
Yes, ma'am.
Not only in academia, I guess it's going on with the research also, sir. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. Myself, like I'm doing the collecting of the data based on like in preparing and questionnaires among the students.
Yes, sir.
Preparing questionnaires among the students, and like I'm just finding out like in the AI tool how benefits it's among the students in one particular area that I'm just choose like in Chennai district.
Great, sir.
Because like in village area, we cannot able to find all the technologies where available where the city students have.
Survey work?
Pardon?
Sir, is it your survey work?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it is a survey work based on
How
the
AI
AI
transforming
transformation.
academia?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Good survey.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your presentation, sir. Next, Sudha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Can I share
Yes,
or
ma'am.
you?
Yeah, you can share your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. Ma'am, do you see it?
No, ma'am. Your
No,
work
ma'am.
is not. It's not visible.
This is not open. Ma'am, can I next person I can display my presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Some
Yes, ma'am.
problem,
Gausalya?
ma'am. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. No issues. Gausalya, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Are you ready with your PPT, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You can proceed.
Yeah. Good morning, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You can proceed, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to you, ma'am. Data topic is a study on big data analysis, technology, and application of specifications. This data. Today, I'll take into the good topic from the real-time measure. We call it fraud detection online transaction. Fraud detection online transaction means this concept. Super money application. Sorry. Super money application. It is one of the mobile app in the transaction. The big data is covered to the analysis and prediction and more than technology used for this paper. Now I am challenging of mobile application for the money transaction financial based. It's a taken of collection to the data retrieval. UCIML, machine learning technology for use this paper. Existing batch analysis of the transaction approach. Therefore, large and value and store the data and schedule it retrieval. Used in financial sector and customer segmentation sector and the report generation for this analytics for the traditional data and real-time streaming. I take into the real-time streaming of this one, fraud detection online transaction for the super money application for the mobile app. And it is more the uses of this platform, hybrid analytics and the lambda architecture and architecture is a study of survey paper and literacy review and proposed machine learning and AI of data methodology in my concept using the AI model. Analysis pattern making prediction and automate deduction making. What is the decision making? What are the people of using the app? Why it is provide for the offer? For the particular providers only the QR code based. The real time for it is super money application. Advanced now I am using the technology AI machine learning for the predictive analytics and automation. PyTorch is my tool of using the methodology of machine learning for this concept. I was ready to what are the categories of using this previous paper, the data storage and data processing and machine learning and AI, real-time streaming analytics, data visualization, and cloud-based big data solutions. These all are the categories of I'm searching to this paper and technology for purpose and example techniques. The big data, why I'm using the concept. How many of the using the app for survey the study and analysis for the current years. The purpose of financial is QR code based difficulty and then not secure for this. Why it is mentioned for the not secure? It is a one-way based for the method. For online transfer, you are already know that more than fraud detection is there, risk taken to the risk because of taking to the own data and OTP and own database for this banking side. It is never too efficient for this data. Conclusion, big data revolution way of organization, collection, process, and analysis vast data which is enabling to better the decision making for the automation and innovations. The results of big data include efficiency and fraud detection, personal experience, and improve for in future in healthcare. The same methodology using for not only the financials and using the health sector and the management, hospitalities, and like where it is are using the database platform and using the technology for this. And the challenging of opportunity is how to rectify this pattern. And this I'm referring to the just for 4 papers only, ma'am. Why? Because I'm not implementing, just to survey this study on this concept only. Yeah. Ma'am,
have you done survey on big data? Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So okay, good. Okay.
Thank you. Ma'am,
Once again, ma'am. Lakshmi, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, any questions, ma'am?
Actually, she covered no, ma'am. So I left
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The candidate is waiting. Scholar is waiting.
Yes, ma'am.
So her name is actually
Kausalya, ma'am.
Kausalya, ma'am. Okay, Kausalya,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
As you are telling, even for survey, it is better to have a lot many references.
Yeah,
That
sure,
too, the
sure.
recent work.
Yeah, okay.
And you were telling like in your presentation you gave like lambda and kappa architectures, right? Even
Yeah,
the comparative analysis could have been made between the architectures.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to tell the further possible direction or to make your work even more extensive. Good work,
yeah,
ma'am.
sure. Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the presentation, Kausalya. Next is Sudha, ma'am. Sudha, ma'am. Bhavanya. Bhavanya.
Ma'am.
Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You can present your story.
Ma'am, can I present?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Sudha, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Slideshow,
Are you
ma'am.
ready
Keep
with
it in
your
slideshow and
presentation?
move on.
Yeah, ready, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can present.
Put it in slideshow, ma'am, and then you move on. So right now, Sudha ma'am is ready, or I'm looking for Bhavanya's. Who is going to present, ma'am? Is it
Sudha,
Sudha?
ma'am. Sudha, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sudha, ma'am. Are you ready with your presentation, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Are you seeing, ma'am?
No, ma'am. We could be able to see your presentation, ma'am.
Sir, ma'am.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Can you see, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, kindly put it in the slideshow, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. You can proceed.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all person here. I'm Sudha, a research scholar in St. Peter's University. My topic is analyzing diabetics in ophthalmology, pathology, diagnosis, and management strategies. How to analyze the retinopathy for diabetics. Diabetics mellitus is one of the most prevalent metabolic disorder with significant implications of optical health. Many of the people are suffered retinopathy. Nowadays, we didn't know about the seriousness of about our optical oriented. The retina is mostly damaged for diabetic patients. So I present this paper, how to prevent in early stages using data image processing and machine learning. This paper aims to explore the pathophysiology of DR, diabetics retinopathy, discuss diagnostic techniques, and review evidence-based treatment strategies including medicine, laser therapy, and surgery. So many of the people are above 45 ages nowadays facing the laser treatment. So various diagnostic methods such as fundus photography, optical coherence tomography, and fluoroscopy angiography are examined the retina in our eye. These techniques are using the captured our retina images. The dataset used includes clinical records, retinal images. The retinal images using already I told fundus photography and OCT method. And diagnostic results from diabetic patients at different stages of DR. So the main concept is how to prevent our retina for diabetic patients. The diabetic retinopathy is leading causes preventable blindness, particularly in adults with mellitus. Diabetic image processing is already told fundus photography and OCT method. So this is optical coherence tomography. These methods are used to capture the images. Main concept, develop a retinal disease classification system using image processing and machine learning. Acquire high quality images with fundus camera and OCT. Pre-processing images with a noise reduction, contrast enhancement, and intensity normalization. These images using the OCT and fundus camera. How the retina is affected for diabetic patients. In ancient stages, many of the patients didn't know how it is affected. Only the last stages, some of the people know the affecting of retina. At the time, he lost our sight. So we prevent our retina for diabetic patients. I can use this methodology. First capture the image, after image processing, and then key region segmentation of the images, extract data augmentation, and training and inspection of the network, model evaluation, and fine tuning. Exploration of pathophysiology. This section provides foundation of understanding diabetes and the impact it has on version. Diagnostic techniques, fundus photography, optical coherence tomography, fluorescein angiography. Angiography is the last stage of the diagnostic of retina. Incorporation of machine learning, data collection, machine learning models, and model performance. Most of them are used. Treatment analysis and conclusion of productive management. In treatment analysis, pharmacological interventions, laser photocoagulation, surgical intervention. In main two stages here, diabetic retinopathy. One is NPDR, another one PDR. NPDR, non-proliferant diabetic retinopathy, and PDR is proliferative diabetic retinopathy. It is early stages. The middle mild of the NPDR means early stages of retina. And moderate NPDR is increased retina ischemia, more hemorrhages. Retinal hemorrhages, cotton wool spots, hard extracts in our retina. Severe NPDR, it's a large hemorrhages, retinal ischemia, venous bleeding. In the nerves of the retina is affected in blood leading. Mechanisms of retinal damage. The growth of the advanced and product leads to hyperkalemia, the damage of the normal vascular function. Early diagnosis crucial for effective treatment of retinal disease. Traditional diagnostic methods are time-consuming. The system must achievement for the accuracy of the reliable of the diabetics retina detection. Advanced features extraction techniques such as GLCM, efficient model training using CNN are required for effective classification. And yearly deduction, the conclusion of the paper, using this paper for deduct the retina for diabetic patients, and then blood glucose and blood pressure control, maintaining the optimal blood glucose level and blood pressure is essential in managing DR and preventing disease progression. Advanced treatment options. Yeah, nowadays many of the advanced treatments are available. Many of the people have using these specs. Every home have a diabetic patient. So this paper is very useful for this diabetic patients. Easily diagnose our optical in early stages. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am?
Mrs. Sudha?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Actually, even you have taken the topic which is the need of the hour, diabetes in ophthalmology.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, it's a survey kind paper, no, ma'am? Survey paper.
A survey paper, ma'am. I
How about
collect
your...
the data from clinical.
Yes, ma'am. Data collected from?
Clinic, ma'am.
Okay.
From the hospital.
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell the count, ma'am? How many?
Now only I achieved 150 only, ma'am. But my target is nearly 5,000.
Good, ma'am.
It's
Good.
my first paper, ma'am.
Good, ma'am. How about your references, ma'am? You didn't include in your presentation. The related works, have you covered, ma'am? The recent related works?
Yes, ma'am.
It has been listed in literature survey.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. 23, even 24 papers have been taken. Fine, ma'am. So, in depth, are you analyzing any ML or DL based techniques, ma'am? Deep learning or machine learning based techniques? Any specific technique here?
Machine learning techniques, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what, ma'am. In machine learning, any particular algorithms you are concentrating, ma'am?
Ma'am, now only I focus, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Fine, fine. Yes, ma'am. Good work.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next scholar, please. If I'm right, is Miss Bhavanya. Bhavanya, if you are ready, please present your screen and proceed.
Ma'am, my screen is visible.
Yes, yes, Miss Bhavanya. Slideshow, please. Put it in slideshow. First enable editing, then only. Press F5. Simple.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Bhavanya, student from PG Department of Computer Science at Krishnaswamy College. Under the guidance of Dr. R. Nimla ma'am, Head of Department, I'm presenting on the topic of role of artificial intelligence in preventive beauty features. Introduction. More hackers are trying to steal the data and attack this system. AI are quickly find and stop the cyber attack before they cause harm. AI scans these networks to detect and block harmful activities. AI protects personal and business data from hackers. AI-powered security tools work automatically to stop these cyber threats. AI studies past attacks and get better improvement for the future one. In existing approaches, firewall act as a guard and stop these bad websites and hackers. Antivirus as a software scans the computer and remove these dangerous programs. If you make a strong password, keep the account safe from unauthorized access. Many companies release updation and fix the security problem in software. Uh, Security teams watch these unusual actions and stop the cyber attacks. Uh, Problems in existing approach. Cyber criminals invent a new way to attack and making old security weak. If you use firewalls and antivirus, we need updates, but threats evolve faster. People can miss hidden or complex cyber attacks. Fake emails will pretend the real and steal the personal information. Detect threats manually take so much of time and effort and resource making security. In proposed methodology, we use NLP, natural language processing, helps AI to read and spot the fake emails and scan the websites. Deep learning used in AI to learn the pattern and immediately stop these scam attempts. Anomaly detection using AI to watch how user behave and find any unusual logins are there or not. Machine learning also uses AI to study the past attacks and improve stopping the new attacks from it. As a result, AI will scan for danger quickly while humans take longer. AI blocks the harmful email before they reach the users. These AI will learn to tell real threats from harmless action, avoid false alarms. AI makes the cloud storage safer from cyber attacks. These AI will keep customer information safe from hackers. At conclusion, AI continuously learns from threats and makes digital security smarter. AI quickly stop these hacking attempts. Cyber criminals use these AI to create better attacks. AI security must improve to stay ahead of hackers. AI will make the internet and device safe in the future. These are the reference I use for the paper.
Good attempt, Bhavanya, Miss Bhavanya. Good attempt. So even in your references, only 2019, 2020 papers are seen, but then there are lot many recent research works pertaining to your area. It is available. Okay, ma'am. You please try to concentrate on that. And I can say AI, with the help of AI, security breaches can be prevented as well. It can be implemented also. It's a boon and bane. And both the sides are there. So good work, Bhavanyama.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Bhavanya, for your presentation. Next, Daisy, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm audible, ma'am. I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible, ma'am.
Ma'am, whether my screen is audible?
Actually,
ma'am, 1 second, ma'am.
Ma'am, my screen is visible?
Not yet, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. No, ma'am. Yet too. Yes, ma'am. Now it's getting shared. Move on. Good.
Now it's visible, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, you can proceed, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon to everyone. Myself is Daisy Fatima Mary, Research Scholar, Department of Computer Science and Information Science from Annamala University, and my research supervisor, Dr. G. Maheshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Government Arts and Science College, Puttur. Today, I'm going to present a paper on the topic of an enhanced exploratory of data in sentiment analysis using MOOC course dataset. And this is the overview of today's presentation. First comes introductions, review of literature, methodologies, and workflow of sentiment analysis, exploratory analysis, results and discussions, and final references. Introduction. Ma'am, shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Sentiment analysis is otherwise called as an opinion mining. It is one of the important and major tasks in the natural language processing, where the sentiment analysis, the main task of the sentiment analysis is used to extract the subject of the data, subject from the given data, that is finding the meaning of the given data. After extracting the sentiments, extracting the meaning, the sentiment analysis will detect whether the given statement is in positive way, negative way, or neutral way. My paper is an exploratory analysis. It is the initial step in the sentiment analysis to understand the meaning of the data or the data set before applying any machine learning models or any other approaches of sentiment analysis. And also this paper involves various statistical approaches and visualization techniques to explore the data, mainly used to uncover the patterns which is in the textual data. There are so many review papers. For the limitations of slide, I have displayed only limited reviews. From these review of papers, I have studied what is meant by sentiment analysis and what are the models available in sentiment analysis and what is the role of exploratory analysis. And these information I have studied from these research papers. And before that, purpose of the sentiment analysis. The important purpose for doing the sentiment or exploratory analysis is to mainly to understand the data or data set for data set of the data set. This is mainly used for the researchers or data analysts to prepare the data, data for the before applying the machine languages approaches. First thing is understanding the data. This helps to identify whether the given text is in positive manner or negative manner or in neutral manner, and it is also used to find the data balance. The next one is detecting the data quality issues. Finding the data qualities, whether the data have some missing values or duplicate values. These missing and duplicate values will reduce the accuracy when the model is applied. So before applying the model, we have to find the missing values. Next, we also need to find whether there is an availability of irrelevant data or noisy, that is error data is available in the taken data sets. And third one is feature selections. The feature selections is the important thing with which we need to understand the meaning of the or concept of the given text, how the text is contributed in the sentiment analysis, and it's also used to gives the idea for us to choose the text pre-processing methods. What pre-processing methods is required for this kind of sentiment analysis. The next one is understanding of the context. Nowadays we have advanced visualization techniques such as word clouding and traditional methods such as bar charts, word charts. These techniques, various techniques used for us to understand the implications and domain of the sentiment analysis, and also these techniques used to detect some limitations comes in the sentiment analysis. There are so many limitations are there in sentiment analysis, such as negotiation handling. Negotiation handling is nothing but the words that is negative in meaning, but in sentiment analysis it gives a positive meaning. For example, not good, not bad, not good. These words are really it is a negative, but while doing a sentiment analysis, this gives a positive approach. So this is one of the challenges in while doing a sentiment analysis. Next one is a domain-based sentiment analysis. Not all the domains gives the same meanings. According to the domain, the meanings are different. So doing the domain-based also, we have great challenges in sentiment analysis. And finally, working with the different languages also There is a lot of challenges. So these challenges all are overcome by doing this exploratory analysis. And finally, model selections. This exploratory analysis give a basic idea to choose which model is required or which model is perfect for our data set. There are so many approaches available in sentiment analysis, such as rule based, otherwise called as an lexical based, whereas the tokens of text as considered. Next, machine learning algorithms, machine learning approach. This machine learning approaches uses only algorithms to find their accuracies and performance, and deep learning methods and hybrid methods. So doing this analysis, we can able to find which approach is suitable for the sentiment, doing the sentiment analysis. And methodologies and techniques. These are some of the techniques and methodologies I have used in the exploratory analysis. The first comes the NLTK toolkit, a natural language processing toolkit. There are so many of library files available in the natural language processing, which is mainly used for text pre-processing. Text pre-processing such as we can able to text pre-processing such as we can able to convert our text into lower cases, tokenization, stemming, and finding stop words. And next, another two methods, that is text block and VADA techniques. These methods mainly used to find the sentiment, do the sentiment analysis. The text blocks gives the polarity score, that is scores for the meaning of the text, and the VADA scores tells whether the given text is positive or negative or neutral. And another two methods, that is Matplotlib, Seaborn, and word cloud or visualization techniques. Matplotlib and Seaborns are the techniques are used for graphical presentation. The only difference is Matplotlib is used for 2D dimension display of the graph, and Seaborn is used for 3D representations. And word cloud is advanced visualization techniques. Without any further explanations, we can, by viewing the word cloud, we can able to see the common words, common emotions used by more number of students and more number of users. How what are the important theme they are pretending. Next one is workflow of the sentiment analysis. There are serious number of workflow analysis, but I have undergone these type workflow series. The first one is data collections. The most important thing is we need a data to perform sentiment analysis. The data can be retrieved from various sources, such as Facebook, Twitters, and various customers' feedback. For my analysis, I have retrieved the data from Kaggle repository, and my data set is MOOC course dataset, that is student review dataset, online MOOC course dataset. So I have chosen that dataset and I done the sentiment analysis. And next process is data pre-processing. Pre-processing is essential and important for the text data to do before processing. In the pre-processing, we are able to find the missing values. Missing values will reduce our accuracies. So these missing values must be detected, and whether it can be removed or filled by using various techniques. And we also necessary to remove the stop words. Stop words is nothing but the meaningless words. We need only meaning words to find the sentiment. So the meaningless words should be removed. And another important technique is stemming and lemmatization of the words. This is to finding the roots words. Only the root word can give the real meaning. And next one is converting the text into lower cases. There is very important thing to convert all the text into lower cases, because the system considered same meaning with the same spelling in different cases in different words. So to avoid this complexity, we are converting all the text into lower cases. And next process is finding the word frequency. Finding the word frequency gives the general idea about the common words and the most emotions explored by the students, whether the emotions is in a positive way or negative way and neutral way. So that only we can able to come and outline in a outline for the sentiment analysis. Next one is lexicon based analysis. Lexicon is nothing but tokenizing the word. The given sentence can be splitted into pieces of word is called lexicon or tokens. While doing this tokenization only, we can able to perform the sentiment analysis. And next one is sentiment distribution. Using various sentiment properties like a bar chart, pie chart, and available visual tools, we can exploring the data. We are exploring the sentiments to the users. And next one is word cloud, displaying of the word cloud. As I said, word cloud explores without meaning. We can able to understand the concept and theme from the word cloud. And polarity score. Based on the polarity score only, we can able to predict whether the whole concept comes under the positive or negative or neutral. For this, finding the polarity score, the radar method and text block methods are very useful. And finally, doing all this works, we can come to an idea of predicting the which method is applicable machine learning methods or other approach methods perfect for our data sets. And this is the MOOC dataset I have retrieved from the Kaggle repository. This dataset have only 3 attributes, that is ID, review, and label. ID is nothing but the serial number, and review is the original reviews given by the students, and label is a rating it starts from 1 to 5. And this is the output of the pre-processing. Review is a direct comment I have taken as an input, and input for the pre-processing. Each and every column is the output of that each and every processes. The first output is after correcting of spelling check, after converting the text into lowercase, removing of punctuation marks, removing stop words, finding the frequent words and rare words. Rare words, it's nothing but less frequency words. Because the less frequency words is not taken into an account for sentiment analysis. And next one, removing the special characters in the student reviews or student comments. And after that, we are finding the stemming and limitation, that is finding the root words. And at last, we are finding the word tokenization, that is we are splitting the given text into meaningful piece of text. And from after we are tokenizing the word, we are finding the polarity scores, that is using the radar, we are finding those polarity scores. And for the polarity scores, we are finding whether the given text is a positive, neutral, or negative. And I have taken another MOOC course data set, that is subjected oriented reviews. For my flexibility, I have chosen only computer science reviews. For my understanding purpose, I have chosen only the computer science reviews. According to these reviews, for machine learning, there are 4,600 reviews. So according to this countability, I have placed in bar chart. And also I have illustrated these informations in a pie chart. About the MOOC course, the rating from 1 to 5 illustrates 4 and 5 are considered as positive, 3 is considered as a neutral, and 1, 2 are negatives about the MOOC course. So about the MOOC course, the more number of, that is 75% of people are giving positive reviews about this MOOC course. And about the subject, I have also done the pie chart about the subject-wise pie charts. Most of the students have chosen the machine learning as a major subject and registered the positive comments. Next one is common words. Common words are important things which we can come to a final judgment whether the theme, that the domain has a positive reviews or negative reviews or neutral reviews. For our understanding purpose, I have illustrated these common words in the different colors. The blue color illustrates the positive comments, and green color illustrates the neutral comments, and negative illustrate the common words in the negative way. For the limitations of the slide, I have only displayed the positive common words bar chart. This is the display of the word cloud. Using that common words, I have done the word cloud. The more bigger words used by the most of the students. Most of the students give you the higher preferences shows the higher font. The MOOC course, that is massive online course, which mainly used for the students to select the different desired subject and gain knowledge and skills through online. I taken the reviews and ratings of the MOOC course from the student feedback and uses the NLP language methods to analyzes the data and predict whether the text has been in a positive review. From that analysis, I have come to a conclusion that is 80 to 83% of students have given only the positive reviews. In further, I have decided to apply various machine learning methods and finds the accuracy, which method is best in that data set. And I also decided to increase the size of my data sets. These are the references. I have listed only few references. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Miss Daisy Fatima.
Yes, ma'am.
So that was a very good work sentiment analysis with the MOOC data set. And even with the evidential data, with the results you have discussed in a very crystal clear manner, that is to be highly appreciable. And in your screen, I can able to see there were 3 pre-trained models. Could you please brief on those 3 pre-trained models? What are those things?
Which one, ma'am?
On screen in the conclusion. In the conclusion, come to the last slide. Last but the previous. Yeah. Point number 3. Sentiment analysis on textual reviews using 3 pre-trained models from different libraries. What are those pre-trained models? Have you utilized any extensive model? Yeah, please.
Now I'm working on that, ma'am. I've used.
What are those models? Yeah. Models.
SVM, ma'am. SVM, random forest algorithm, logistic regressions, and multinomial based algorithm, and passive aggressive classifier. I have working on this, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm finding the best accuracy in SVM and random forest, ma'am. Now I'm trying to change the parameters in these models and finding the accuracy, ma'am. I'm trying working on it, ma'am.
Fine. That's good to know. Good work, Miss Daisy. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, my dear. Next caller.
Thank you, Daisy, ma'am. Next, Durga Devi, ma'am. Shruti, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Shruti, ma'am, are you ready with your presentation, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm ready, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can present, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, proceed, Ms. Shruti.
Yeah, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
You can proceed.
Yeah. Hello everyone, this is Shruti from B Computer Science Department, third year from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. So now I'm going to present the paper title as Sign Language and Gesture Recognition System for Deaf and Dumb People. So which is guided by Ms. Sangeeta V, the head of the department. And yeah, this is my overview. Today I'm going to tell about my project objective problem statement and the aim, existing technology, and I will compare the existing technology with my technology, proposed technology, then concept in our project, then proposed system, architecture design, statistics, and conclusion. So this is my objective. So first, my key highlights for this project is aims to assist deaf and mute people for recognizing their hand recognition and converting them into speech or text. The approach involves in the machine learning algorithm and supercomputer vision technology to create and innovate a communication tool. So unlike the traditional sensor method like flux sensor and all, so unlike the traditional method, this system does not require external hardware for making it communication to fill the communication gap. So it is very cost effective. And here this is my problem statement. So and my aim for this project is to develop a concept of virtual talking system without sensor for people who is need. So in this concept achieved by using image processing and a human hand gesture input, and it mainly helps to the people who can't talk with the other normal people. So it makes the bridge, like communication bridge between a normal people and the deaf and dumb people. So this is an existing technology. In existing technology, we have a flux sensor. The flux sensor is nothing but a glove, which the hardware devices are used to reflect the hand movement. So the bending of the hands can be recognized by these sensors. So here our problem statement is without the sensorless or without any sensor, we can create a suitable and portable communication system, which is used for the deaf and dumb people. So here is a concept in our project. So the concept we used the software the software used in this project is Python for programming language, obviously, and OpenCV is an image processing and capturing the real-time video of the gesture system and displaying the result dynamically. So a media pipe is used to build the multi-model applied machine learning pipelines, like it converts the gesture into text. So, and feature is real-time hand tracking and a gesture recognition system and a webcam integration by using OpenCV. So key features for in this project is the real-time hand tracking, which is captures and process the gesture dynamically. And the gesture recognition system is used to classify the gesture into meaningful symbols or words. So here we use the words, and the webcam integration is used a standard camera for capturing inputs and eliminating the need for external hardwares. So without any external hardwares, we can communicate easily. So next, proposed system. So in this proposed system, we already told that we use OpenCV for webcam integration and multimedia pipeline for media pipes works the text to speech recognitions and all. And so how it works is nothing but a user performs a hand gesture in a font in front of some webcam. The AI model processes the input using OpenCV and media pipe, and the recognized gesture are converted into text or speech as an output. So advantage for our project is the existing system over the existing system is no need for expensive flux sensors. Like by using sensor, we don't want some sensors and all, because it is an sensorless recognition system and it is scalable and very flexible to use. We can use any low camera devices like normal phones. Also we can use not only a webcam or CCTV camera. We can use all the mobile camera phone, low pixel phone and all. So higher accuracy due to AI powered recognition technique, it gives a higher accuracy because I am working on it, and till now it will flow fine. It gives a flow fine output. So here is some architectural diagram. So it is first the image frame acquisition. If any image is over the webcam, it integrates the captured image, and the hand segmentation is used to movement of the sun. It is used to detect the movement of the hands, and by using data sets, it tracks the feature extraction and the classification by using the classification model like SVM and random forest, and it gives an output like speech or text. So here is my conclusion. This sensorless recognition or gesture recognition system is very useful for a communication with deaf and dumb people, because it gives the bridge to normal people and deaf and dumb people. The system is novel approach to easy to difficult communication with those having a speech or vocal disabilities. This project aims to establish the ease of communication between those normal people and deaf people. So here is my statistics, which I collected from my college, and most of the people prefer a digital hand recognition system. Like the major drawbacks for flex sensor is not only buying sensors and all, because the limited mobility, we can't use anywhere in this. This is portability issues there. And the convenience and maintenance is very difficult. And lastly, we have sizing and fitting issues and all, like gloves, no. So there are some sizing and fitting issues. So above 45 plus members can prefer a digital gesture recognition system over a traditional flex gloves. So reason for this adaptation is easy of deployment. Works with any standard camera, no extra hardwares are needed. So it's easy, right? So then scalability and flexibility is can be adapted for different sign languages. So we can change the language symbols and all. So in our code, we easily change. So the drawback for flex sensor and glove sensor is a limited mobility. So restricts natural hand movement. So maintenance issue is there because sensor wear over time. So there are some maintenance issue. So on sizing and fitting problems. So this is the statistical data highlights why I am using the AI-based hand recognition system as preferred. So, and my conclusion, this project proposed on AI, like I already said, AI-powered gesture recognition system that overcomes and the limitations of flex glove sensors. So key takeaways in this project is it eliminates the need for expensive handwares and uses an AI computer vision for battery accuracy, enables a real-time sign language recognition system, and improves the accessibility for the deaf and mute community. So for the future scope is I want to expand this recognition system to more complex gesture and multiple sign language system to enhance the accuracy by training the model with the larger data sets. Now I only get a Kaggle data set with minimal data, like 100 to 150 data I trained. So in future, I want to train the model with a larger data sets. So develop a mobile application for this sign language. So this project represents a major step forward in assistive technology for this individual to speech disabilities. So here is my bibliography, which I referred a lot of research papers in Google Scholar. So my final thought in this presentation is introduce an AI-powered gesture recognition system that removes the limitations of traditional systems by leveraging an AI, artificial intelligence, and open CV media pipe and machine learning algorithms.
So this system offers a real-time, cost-effective and scalable communication support for the mute communities. So thank you, ma'am.
Miss Shruti?
Yes, ma'am.
So AI-powered gesture recognition for deaf and dumb, very socio-relevant project work, I can say.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to have a look over the statistics which you had taken in your presentation, the slide number 13.
Yes, ma'am.
The chart actually not giving the extra details like x-axis and y-axis speaks for what, or two criterions you have taken, what it speaks
Yes.
for.
Yes, ma'am. So that y-axis is 0 to 60 is the number of people who are all voted for like a normal flex sensor and my digital hand recognition system. It is a year that I referred from previous works from the research papers, ma'am.
Oh, great. Anyhow, it could have been stated for the better
Yeah.
clarity. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And while you are trying to list your references, references should have some proper format in which year and the author name need to be clearly. It is better to have APA style
Okay,
formatting.
ma'am.
And
Yeah.
is there any evidences that for your statistics 2015 and 17 itself, right from that period, have you gone through the papers?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I searched for 2015 because on that day they are working for like a sensor and like robotic arm sensors and all. So that I just copied the level of sensors so that on that age it is not influencing some digital hand recognition system. There are only arm system and flex sensors. So there is,
yes.
yeah, there is no sensorless recognition system on that day, so that
So 22-23 rating is showing data for AI powered gesture recognition
yeah.
usage. Fine,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Fine, good. Yes.
Thank you, Shruti ma'am, for your presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, Frida ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Kindly share your presentation, ma'am.
I am and my team at Anis is going to present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Must be visible now.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Anis Fatima and Frida Macklin from the Department of MSc IT from WCC, guided under Dr. S. Sandhya, Assistant Professor of Department of IT. And our topic is a proposed method in the battle against cyber threats and the role of AI in protecting against advanced threats. The main objective of our topic is to protect the data from the cyber threats. Introduction. The growing importance of cybersecurity has become increasingly evident with the rise of internet use, cloud services, the Internet of Things, and digital business process. Today, cyber attacks like data breaches, identity theft, and other malicious activities have the potential to severely damage both organizations and the government. As data is a new gold of our modern world, it is very much important for us to protect our data as it may cause lakhs and crores As an individual and business rely more on cloud storage, e-commerce, digital banking, and social media, cyber criminals see new opportunities to exploit system vulnerabilities. Cybersecurity stands as the first line of defense, safeguarding sensitive information and ensuring that confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. And the existing approaches and related work in these fields are AI-based threats, ransomware and phishing detection, securing remote work. AI-based threats are utilized of deep learning, neural networks, and ensemble models to identify malicious activities and network traffics and websites. Ransomware and phishing detections are AI solutions are employed to detect and prevent sophisticated ransomware and phishing attacks with deep learning techniques showing better accuracy than traditional methods. And the next is the securing remote work. Securing remote work, AI-powered cybersecurity solution areas challenges in remote work environment, particularly in relation to IoT and bring your own device policies. Bring your own device process. Bring your own device policies help people to prevent from their data getting damaged or their data getting stolen. Next, the problems in existing approaches are outdated methods, limited real-time threat mitigation, and inadequate handling of remote work challenges. Outdated detection methods are many existing AI-based security solutions still rely on older detection methods that are not adaptive enough to handle as our modern world is evolving nature of cyber threats such as advanced ransomware and phishing techniques. And the real-time mitigation are those, there's a lack of integration between AI-based threat and real-time mitigation mechanisms, which is essential for responding to cyber threats immediately and minimizing the damage. And the next is the inadequate handling of remote work challenges. Existing operations often fail to address the unique cybersecurity challenges posed by remote work, including vulnerabilities increased by decentralized access, that is the shared networks, and BIOD, bring your device policies, and unsecured personal devices. So these are the problems in existing approaches, and the next will be explained by Ms. Frida Matthew.
The proposed methodology of this paper is learning from past threats. The AI studies past cyber threats like phishing and ransomware to recognize them quickly. Detecting attacks instantly, it constantly watches network activity and reacts immediately to stop threats. To better security for remote work, AI helps protect remote workers by strengthening security where traditional methods may not be enough. These are the proposed methodology of this paper. The result of this paper is we are used a data set called NSL KDD, a data set with 1,25,973 training samples and 22,544 test samples used for detecting network attacks. Here, a collection of over 1 lakh URLs used to identify phishing websites. The data processing cleaned the data, selected key features, normalized values, and split it into the trainings, validations, and test sets to improve accuracy. The accuracy is 96% for this data set, NSL KDD, and 97% for fish tank. The precision for 95% for ransomware and 96% for phishing. The recall is 94% for ransomware and 95% for phishing. The model performed well, making it highly effective for real-time threat detection. The conclusion is this paper highlights the increasing need for strong cybersecurity, especially with remote work and rising threats like ransomware and phishing. It presents an AI-based approach that combines supervised learning and detection to identify cyber threats in real time. The model performs better than traditional methods, achieving high accuracy, precision, and recall. This makes it effective for real-world cybersecurity application, helping reduce data breaches and financial losses for organization. The future work for this paper is blockchain integration, real-world testing, and advanced test detection. Here is the reference. We used 15 to 20 reference for this. These are the latest 5 reference we used here. Thank you, ma'am.
Miss Frida and Miss Anis Fatima. A good topic to deal with. But then your references, you're telling like recent references, all 5 sources are belonging to the year 2021.
Yes.
So just recent works even can, experimental study also can be found. So we are in 2025 no, ma'am.
Yes.
So some more recent work can be taken. And in between you were telling like the data set NSL KDD, from that you have taken some around 1 lakh training samples. Is there any other evidential work you have done or you just initiated, ma'am?
Ma'am, we've started and initiated, ma'am, and we're working on it right now, ma'am.
Okay, then good. Proceed, ma'am. All the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Hope the session gets over, ma'am. No other others.
Okay.
Yes,
So in total, around 16 scholars they've presented. Out of 16, 2 students, they one from SVC, the other one from Krishnasamy, they presented. At
Yes,
the
ma'am.
outset, I would like to register. I would like to appreciate those two students. In this level, they take all their efforts to make their work completed. Good. It is high. It is to be appreciated and highly applauded from my side. Rest of the 14 scholars, definitely, I can say I have learned a lot from your views and ideas, whatever model you have proposed, and even I have taken notes from your work. It's your insights towards the problem taken are very much appealing. But as always, as usual, here and there we need to take certain other things into consideration to make our work even more completed one and to cope up with the current research scenario. So with that note, I would like to thank, I would like to thank the management and the authorities, higher authorities, and HOD of Computer Science Department and the faculty members and whoever is behind this international conference, the office bearers. I thank each and every one of you in person for having identified me to take up this role. Thank you so much. That was an extensive work carried out. Kudos to your teamwork. Yes, ma'am. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Shanta Visalakshi ma'am and Dr. Geeta ma'am, who spared time from their busy schedule to grace the occasion. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable suggestions and ideas. We thank all the participants for your active participation in the today's international conference. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Fine.